Do not tell anyone about your good news yet. Wait at the right time. Be careful whom you tell your successes to, before it materializes in the physical. In the quiet village of Atah, two young girls, Rose and Amma, were the kind of friends everyone admired. Rose and Amma were inseparable. From childhood, they were known as the sisters who shared no family tie. But they did everything together, fetching water from the stream, helping their mothers with chores, and sharing secrets under the big mango tree in the village square. To the villagers, their friendship was unshakable, like the roots of the ancient Iroko tree. Rose was the cheerful daughter of humble farmers. Her parents worked tirelessly on their small land to provide for her and her younger brother, Emeka. Despite their struggles, Rose always carried a warm smile and treated everyone with kindness. Amma, on the other hand, came from a more comfortable family. Her father was a wealthy trader, and she often wore beautiful clothes that made Rose's simple dresses look plain. But Rose never cared about such things. To her, Amma was like her sister in everything. Little did she know, the admiration wasn't mutual. Amma carried a silent jealousy in her heart, a seed that grew with every compliment Rose received from the villagers. Years passed, and the girls grew into beautiful young women. Rose married Peter, the village tailor, who was adored for his gentle nature and skillful hands. Peter loved Rose deeply, and their union celebrated love and humility. Amma, on the other hand, married a wealthy businessman, James. While her life appeared grand, she felt hollow inside, constantly comparing herself to Rose. One evening, as Amma watched Rose and Peter laughing together in the marketplace, her envy consumed her. "Why does Rose get to be so happy?" she muttered. "Peter should have been mine." Amma began plotting ways to ruin their happiness. Her chance came one day when she invited Peter to her home under the pretense of sewing new clothes for her husband. "Peter," she began, pretending to be concerned, "I hope you know Rose isn't as innocent as she seems." Peter looked up, confused. "What do you mean, Amma?" "Well," Amma said, lowering her voice, "Rose had a reputation back in school. She used to date all the handsome boys. Everyone knew about it. Rose is not a saint." Peter frowned. "That doesn't sound like my Rose. And may I ask why you are telling me all these at a time like this?" Amma sneered. "I'm just looking out for you, Peter. Be careful." Peter left thinking of what Amma told him, but when he got home, he did not tell Rose. A few months into their marriage, Rose discovered she was pregnant. She was overjoyed and rushed to tell her mother. "Mama, I have good news," Rose exclaimed. "I am pregnant, mother." Her face glowing. Her mother embraced her tightly. "Oh, my dear, this is wonderful. But listen to me carefully, Rose. Do not tell anyone, not even Amma." Rose blinked in surprise. "Why, Mama? Amma is my best friend." Her mother sighed. "Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. Keep this blessing between you, your husband, and this family." Rose nodded, but her excitement got the better of her. While chatting with Amma under the mango tree the next day, she blurted out the news. "Amma, I have something amazing to tell you, good news." She chuckled. "I'm pregnant. Please, Amma, do not tell anyone else. No one should know until the time is right. As you know, my dear best friend, pregnancy does not hide after some time." Rose laughs with excitement. Amma's eyes widened, but not with joy. She forced a smile. "Congratulations, Rose. That's wonderful." She had been married to Paul for over a year, yet she hadn't conceived. Now her friend Rose, who she secretly envied, was not only happily married but also expecting a child. The good news troubled her, and her jealousy deepened. "This can't be," Amma muttered to herself that night. "Why does Rose get everything? Her happiness needs to be shaken. We got married almost at the same time, but you got pregnant before me, she said sarcastically. Rose replied smiling, not to worry, you will be the next Amma to get pregnant. Just keep this a secret for now, okay? Okay, bestie, I will keep my mouth shut. Amma promised, though reluctantly. Amma's jealousy boiled over. She couldn't bear the thought of Rose being happy. As soon as Rose left Amma's house, she called Beezy, her friend, and told her everything about Rose's pregnancy. Amma disclosed that Rose had a boyfriend before she got married to Peter, that in fact, she slept with her ex a few days before she got married to Peter. So you see, Beezy, it's very likely she is pregnant for her ex, not Peter, Amma said. Beezy was surprised to hear this news from Amma, Rose's best friend. She was so surprised that she could not keep such good news a secret. Beezy murmured to herself, if Amma said all this good news, it must be true because Amma and Rose are best friends. Practically, Amma knows everything about Rose, likewise Rose. Wow! Beezy said to herself. Indeed, no one can be trusted. What a wicked world, Beezy exclaimed. Always keep good news to yourself until the time is right. Beezy was known in the village as a gossip, so that same evening, Beezy spread the rumor, the good news in the village that Peter wasn't the father of Rose's child. She whispered to anyone who would listen about Rose's supposed past relationships. She was with so many men in school, Beezy told a group of women at the market. How can Peter be sure the child is his? The rumors quickly reached Peter's ears. Hurt and confused, he confronted Rose. Rose, is there something you need to tell me? He asked, his voice shaking. Rose looked at him surprised. Peter, what are you talking about? Amma said. Peter hesitated, unable to finish his sentence. Amma said what? Rose's voice rose in anger. What lies has she been telling you? Peter sighed. She told me about your past relationships, and it seems she also told Beezy the gossip about your ex. And that this child might not be mine. The rumor is everywhere, Rose. Rose's heart broke. Tears streamed down her face as she realized the depth of Amma's betrayal. The next morning, Rose stormed to Amma's house. Amma, how could you do this to me? Rose screamed. Amma frowned. Do what, Rose? I only told Peter what everyone already knows. You're lying, Amma. You've always been jealous of me, haven't you? I trusted you. Rose shouted, her voice trembling. Jealous of you? What do you have that I could want? Amma mocked. Rose's voice softened. Have peace, Amma. And that's something you'll never have. The villagers soon pieced together the truth about Amma's lies. Many turned against her, disgusted by her actions. Her husband, James, was humiliated and distanced himself from her. He was very disappointed in her. Meanwhile, Peter realized his mistake and apologized to Rose. I should never have doubted you, he said, holding her hands. Can you forgive me? Rose smiled through her tears. I forgive you, Peter. Let's move forward together. Peter said to his wife Rose, true friendship is built on trust and love, not envy and deceit. Jealousy destroys relationships and leaves the betrayer empty-handed. Parents should teach children to value integrity and to guard their blessings wisely. Rose genuinely loved her friend Amma. Even after all she had done to her, still forgave Amma. Her husband Peter said, Listen, my beautiful wife, I honestly do not want you to be friends with Amma. You can see that, she is evil, please stay away from her. If you are lonely at home, come to my tailoring shop and stay with me. Or you can go to your mother. Rose's mother said the same thing. Listen, my child. Stay away from Amma, she is evil, she is jealous of you. Please stay away, her mother pleaded, she might harm you. Rose replied, But I love her, she is like my sister. Mama, yes, I know she is jealous of me, but I do not think she will stoop so low to harm me, Rose said quietly to her mother. Please be careful, her mother advised. "Okay, mother," Rose replied, laughing, saying, "Mother, you worry too much, I will be fine." "Thank you, Mom, I love you." 2 weeks after forgiving Amma, Rose was excited to be with her best friend again. One day Rose visited Amma. They got talking like old times, chatting and happy together. But the next day, Rose woke up one morning feeling strange. There was a sharp pain in her lower abdomen, and she felt weak and dizzy. She started vomiting. She called out to Peter, who rushed to her side. "Rose, what's wrong?" Peter asked, panic in his voice. "I don't know," Rose whispered, clutching her stomach. "It hurts." Peter wasted no time and carried her to the village hospital. After hours of waiting and tests, the doctor came in with a grim expression. "I'm so sorry," the doctor said softly. "The baby didn't survive." Rose's world shattered. Tears streamed down her face as Peter held her close, his own heart breaking for his wife. Amma's hand in the tragedy. Unknown to Rose, Amma had played a role in her loss. Consumed by jealousy, Amma had visited Rose days before, under the disguise of concern. She had brought a bowl of soup, insisting it was a gesture of love. "Rose, I made this especially for you," Amma had said, placing the bowl on the table. Touched by the gesture, Rose had eaten the soup without suspecting anything. But what Rose didn't know was that Amma had added a harmful herb, one known to cause complications during pregnancy. As Amma heard the news of Rose's miscarriage, she pretended to be sympathetic. "Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry," she said, embracing her. But deep inside, she felt a twisted satisfaction. The truth comes out. Weeks passed, and the grief in Rose's home lingered like a dark cloud. One afternoon, Peter overheard 2 women whispering at the market. One was Beezy's mother. "Did you hear what Amma did?" Beezy's mother said. "Oh, what did she do this time again?" The other woman asked. "I was told that Amma added herb to Rose's food when she went to visit her." Beezy's mother replied. "How could she do such a thing?" The other woman screamed. "That was very wicked of her. She made Rose lose her baby." "Oh, that was cruel. Her best friend. I hope Rose learns from this." Peter froze at a spot. When he heard both women talking about his wife, his heart pounded as the words sank in. Without wasting a moment, he confronted Amma. "Amma, what did you do to my wife?" Peter demanded, his voice thunderous. Amma tried to deny it, but her guilt was evident. The villagers, outraged by her actions, gathered to confront her. "How could you betray your best friend like this?" one elder asked. Amma broke down. "I was jealous," she admitted. "She has everything I've ever wanted. I didn't mean for it to go this far." When Rose learned the truth, she was devastated. The betrayal cut deeper than the loss of her baby. "Amma," Rose said, her voice trembling, "I loved you like a sister. Why would you do this to me?" Amma fell to her knees, sobbing. "I'm so sorry, Rose. I let my jealousy control me. Please forgive me." Rose stared at her former friend for a long moment. "I don't know if I can ever trust you again, Amma. But for my peace, I forgive you." Rose and Peter began the slow process of healing, leaning on each other for strength. Though their pain was deep, their love grew stronger, reminding them that even in the darkest moments, light can still find a way through. James, Amma's husband, decided to separate from his wife. "I cannot marry you anymore, Amma. From the look of things, you may do the same to me." "I quit," James said angrily. "Please, James, do not leave me too. It was jealousy that caused it. It was the work of the devil. Please, please, I will change. "Forgive me, James, please," Amma said, crying. Rose and Peter began the slow process of healing, leaning on each other for strength. Though their pain was deep, their love grew stronger, reminding them that light can still find a way through even in the darkest moments. Meanwhile, a few months after, Rose became pregnant again. She decided to be with only her husband, Peter. They both decided to keep the good news to themselves until it was right. So, guard your blessings. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. Be discerning about who you share your joys with. Celebrate your friends' successes instead of envying them.